pandemic began, we've spent more hours than ever in online meetings, and they're exhausting, right? Well, it turns out that although platforms like Zoom have enabled us to work remotely over the last few months, they actually tax our brains far more than the in person meetings we used to have. On video, we lack the physical cues that guide us through normal face to face meetings and negotiations. At the same time, they provide us with far more stimuli that are harder to filter out. This increases our cognitive load. Our brains have to work much harder to read the room and interpret emotions from faces alone. But there are ways to make online meetings less tiring so you can stay focused and energetic and productive. This week, I hosted a virtual coffeehouse workshop with Dr. Kim Berkovitz. We reviewed the science behind why Zoom meetings leave us with a perplexing sense of being drained while having accomplished nothing, as National Geographic says. And we provided attendees with strategies for making their meetings less draining and more valuable. Here are my top 6 tips for making your online meetings better. Number 1, minimize the distractions. Put away your phone. Unplug your second or third screen. Silence your notifications and close all your other tabs. Distractions are like candy for your brain. You have to minimize them. Number 2, adjust your display. Adjust your screen so that it's about 20 to 24 inches from your eyes, with the center at or just below your eye level and the webcam at your eye level. Set the brightness of your screen to approximately the same as your workspace and reduce the color temperature to minimize the blue light that's being emitted by your screen. Number 3 is to hide the self view. If possible, depends on your platform, minimize or hide the self view. Looking at yourself during a meeting is very distracting. You will find yourself judging your expressions, your background, your choice of clothing, rather than concentrating on the meeting. Instead, focus on the speaker. And that brings me to number 4, which is always to select active speaker view rather than gallery view when you have the chance. Try to minimize the number of faces your brain needs to look at during a meeting. A gallery of 12 faces may look great in a picture or in theory, but you will expend a great deal of cognitive energy trying to follow everyone and interpret their reactions, their moods, and their levels of attention. Number 5, avoid busy backgrounds. On video, your brain will focus on other people's faces and their backgrounds. It's just another whole set of distracting stimuli. When you add in the auto-generated Zoom backgrounds, it gives your brain even more to try to interpret, and you'll be even more distracted by those disconformities in the background around the edges of people's heads. You know what I mean, that telltale flicker or the disappearing and reappearing hand as your speaker moves around. Try to put yourself against a blank wall or a calming background, and allow fellow attendees who are uncomfortable with their space, which is a really common thing now with everyone working from home, allow them to just leave their cameras off. Finally, number 6, take breaks. Give yourself a few minutes between meetings to get physical. Download the free tip sheet for a few of Dr. Kim's exercises and links to the other videos on her website. And give your eyes a break too. Blink often, more often than you think you need to. And every 20 minutes or so, look up and away from your computer. Focus on something that's at least 20 feet away for about 20 seconds to let your eyes refocus. And that's it. Our downloadable tip sheet has even more information that you can use to make your meetings more productive, and links to Dr. Kim's exercises to keep yourself energized. There's a link to it all down in the show notes below. I'm Karen Dunn-Skinner. I'm a lawyer and a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt. I'm also a global advisor on legal process improvement to the International Institute of Legal Project Management. I help lawyers and others in the legal profession build more profitable and productive practices. Join me next week for another tip, and I'll see you then. If you want information like this once a week, sign up down below so you never miss a tip. And don't forget to grab that free tip sheet and start making your meetings better.